another golden crystal. Very pretty. Okay, so well, we might as well use it. If you don't use it, you lose it. So we're going towards the northern tip of the island. So this looks like the tip. Lots of tips so far. There's another golden crystal. I think I'm going to walk over there before heading towards the tip. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I didn't even see him. Yes. Well done, well done. Yeah, if they're just slinging... You did a whopping 3 points of damage to him. What will we do? They're not even that accurate with him. It's kind of not a threat. Not real concerned about these. In fact, well, no, we should just kill him. 3 points of damage is 3 points of damage, and as you can see, Gorath is actually getting hurt, so probably ought to not gloat too much about this. I'm actually gonna be a little bit cheap here. In fact, you know what? Just get that guy stuck in place. And then I'm gonna have Gorath rest. So he's losing some of his health. And since food isn't exactly easy to come by here, I don't want to just rest a lot, so... Okay, well there's another group, and there's some houses over there, which I guess I didn't notice earlier. Well, I obviously didn't. Go ahead and save here. Go to... I was gonna go to the crystals, but I think these are ones I looted already. Is that right? No. I was trying to loot that one. Okay, so let's go... Let's go nowhere. No, let's go inside of this... Wow, there's more dudes. What the... Okay, that's weird. I'm gonna go inside of here. There's a note. God damn it. Okay, let's read it. Okay, Thomas. While I discovered no evidence of Gamma in the ruin, I have learned the mana of this on this planet has undergone metamorphic concretion, so it's turned to stone, or in simpler terms, transformed into crystal. As there is no natural phenomenon that can account for this, I can only assume the change was engineered by an agency of the most supreme order. It's probably the NSA. Hi, NSA. It is doubtful the Valheru could have mastered it, as it would have cataclysmic effects beyond their control, though it may have given Draken Corin the inspiration for the Life Stone under Sethanen. Ah, so we're talking about Sethanen. Let's see if that... I don't know if that really means anything as far as what I know about it, but anyways. I can only assume, at this point, the ancient gods of this planet may have used the tactic to drive away the Valheru. Again, this you would know better than I. I made my discovery when I touched one of the crystal columns in the ruin and sensed the power of it. At the same time, I sensed within what I will tentatively call an intelligence, because I felt the stirrings of mind speech, though no specific thought ever formed. If you go to the ruin, do not touch the central column. I felt greatly ill for several days after touching this particular column, though I am not certain of the cause and avoided the rest thereafter. Perhaps after I have found Gamma, I will have the opportunity to learn more. Pug of Stardock. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just dump... Let's get rid of that. God. Wait, was there anything else in there? No. Okay, let's open the other one. Oh, something inside the dwelling is slithered. Oh, I almost read it like Jimmy. I didn't much care for the sound of that, said Owen. Perhaps we should. His sentence hung in the air unfinished as the door slammed open. He suddenly found himself facing against a snake-like creature that seemed very intent on making sure that it would never again be bothered by them. That's two snake-like creatures. In case you have similar problems counting as I do. Right. Using that too much, possibly, but really don't want Gorath to die. He's pretty valuable. All right, well, anyways, big win, good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna save again, and then I'm gonna go ahead and try that door again. Oh, yes, that is good. Those are spoiled though. How do you... Oh, you have room in your inventory. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just... Oh, we can't camp here because those dickheads are wandering around like a bunch of dicks. There they are. A bunch of dicks. Camp here. Okay. Are you healing? You are a little... You don't really need to heal. Okay. Really gonna have to be economical with our herbal packs, so... Okay, there we go. So I'm assuming that was the tip of the island. Oh, well, there's 3 buildings here. Well... There are 4 lights. That one's empty. And that one is full of bullshit. I wonder if... I'm going to go to the very tip of the island because there's a ruin there, I think, that Pug was talking about. So I'm going to check it out. Hi. Oh, no, this is not good. We don't like this. Now, I wonder how we should approach this. We certainly could cast Evil Seek. Should I dance with the one that brung me? Peruse here. It's basically the same as Fetters of Rhyme, but it doesn't do any damage, right? Spare thy eyes. And God's reach. Strikes all opponents until dead. Could kill caster. That's probably not good. Fortunate Flux is a fun spell. Thoughts like clouds. Oh, no. No. Not at all. Danon's Delusions. We could cast Skin of the Dragon, actually. I think I will do that. Just gonna cast it on Gorath. Because he can basically tank at this point. Although it's going to be... Oh, I don't even think he was... Was he even aiming for Owen? Good lord, it's just going to take a while then. He... Yeah, he was aiming for the lad. Alright, well, 1 down, 4 to go. Oh, cut it out. Come on. He didn't do anything to you. Just made my, he's just invincible. He made this guy invincible. He's not a problem. Ignore him. Go over there. go for... Yep, good. I think that this is the correct way to approach this situation. Because obviously Gorath is ridiculous. He's invincible for all intents and purposes. Just go ahead and poke him. Farts. I can't attack, but yeah, I was a little worried about that. God, damn animation. We get it. They're using a sling. It's fine. Alright. Just cool it. There you go. And finally, Skin of the Dragon is no longer in effect. And I think again... Oh, god damn it. I hate that. Misclicks in Krondor. They're killers. You know, might as well help out. Look how he's not doing anything. He's like, I just don't even know which one of you guys to attack, so I'm just gonna attack nobody. Good call. Humdy dum dum dum. Dum dum dummerson. Yeah, let's touch that mana on that staff. Wait, why can't that stack? Why is this happening? Okay, well apparently I can't stack that. Weird. Ooh, that's important. That is a very good find. You know, it's very subtle and gradual, but this game does get much more difficult with that kind of stuff. Like, I was really concerned that we would not find any more herbal packs. And they are crucial to our success. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and camp then. Excellent. And then we're going to head north. Yeah, that's the cluster of houses that we saw earlier. So let's head north and save the game. Have to do some save game management here. Then we get to listen to the crazy music again. That's good. Okay, so this is the ruin, and this is what Pug was talking about with the pillars that did bad things. Something inhabited the column, alerted as much by a feeling that they were being observed as by the strange light which throbbed within the pillars. Owen felt they should exercise caution in dealing with the alien ruins. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's necessary. Is there anything over here? Further north? Well, golly, I'm just gonna go ahead and touch that pillar. Which is the central pillar? We can't see it. It's this one. Energy blasted from the column. Dazed, Owen picked himself up from where he had fallen in the sand, reaching for a hand up from Gorath. There was this presence that was in the column. When I touched it, it felt as if I would kill every single Panathian on the face of this world. As if I could have strangled them all barehanded, and then the feeling was gone. It is strange you should mention it, but I am feeling suddenly vigorous myself. But what are these Panathian men? Gorath replied. It's an unfamiliar term. The snake men that we've run into. I'm not sure why I know that, but I know that it's what they're called on this world. Okay, we are now fantastically strong. I don't remember what his strength was before, so I can't really say for sure how much stronger we are, but probably... God bless him. Probably a fair bit. I'm going to touch all of them. Okay, there was something odd about the column. Removing his hand, Owen struggled to find words for what he was feeling. You know how it is when someone is standing behind you, and you know that they're standing there even though you haven't heard them come up? Smiling faintly, Gorath shrugged. It is a sensation I have heard of, but I am afraid that it is an experience almost unknown with my kin. Reaching up, he tugged one of his ears. There is little that escapes our hearing. Oh! Looking down at the ground, Owen suddenly flushed, realizing how little he truly knew about Gorath or his people. One day, he would make a point of getting to know him better. Well, I don't know how to explain what I felt in that pillar, except that I felt alive, like there was a presence within it. If only I knew how to reach it. Okay. Let's try pillar number 2. Owen hesitated. Shimmering in the hellish alien heat, it seemed probable that the sun-warmed crystal would blister him if he touched it, but he was curious what material the glass-like pillar had been made of. Privately, he wondered if the serpent people they had encountered in the desert plains had been responsible for the enigmatic monoliths, but somehow the idea seemed wrong to him. No, the pillars of Karzim were not crafted by the Panathian. A voice whispered. Oh, it's not his voice. A voice whispered in his mind. We made ourselves. Horrified by the sudden and uninvited intrusion of the alien presence within his mind, Owen drew back from the column, but the intruder remained. We 7 were the gods of Timiranya, Savani. I myself was once Dat Saban, Lord of Gates. But once the Valheru brought their wars of desolation, we narrowly averted the great star death. I don't know what any of the things you're saying mean, Owen replied. I have heard very little about the elven old ones called the Valheru, but beyond that, it is unimportant, Savani. I think that means friend in Turkish or something like that, or Arabic? I don't know, the voice said. What we were is lost beyond regaining, but there is time yet to save your people from the same fate. Our world? Owen asked. The Valheru have been dead on my world for time beyond reckoning. They can't pose any threat to us. A feeling of disinterest washed through him as the god brushed aside the question. The one you know as Pug of Stardock will tell you more when the time comes for you and the Wanderer to make your choices. You and the Wanderer. Interesting. For now, you must bring to this place the cup of Wolfskur. Do this, and we will free Pug from his captivity. Suddenly suspicious about the nature of the entity which spoke to him, he worded his reply carefully. If you are a god, why do you need me to fetch a cup for you? And why should I trust a bodiless someone who claims to have imprisoned the one we look for? You are wise to question, the voice replied. But it is mine alone to know this truth. You may do as I ask and bring to me the cup of or you may perish in the desolation of Timiranya. The choice is yours. I warn you, however, it would be an unwise decision to utilize its powers. Pug has already learned this lesson. Okay. Don't touch the cup. Best part of waking up is Krondor in your cup. The pillar was smooth to the touch. Towering over Owen, it seemed to be made of an exquisite crystal of some fashion, though it was wholly unlike anything he had ever seen on Bohemia. Through it, he could see refracted images of the desert beyond, but when he varied the angle at which he held his head, it seemed as though he could see other places, which were not on the other side of the column. Instead, it seemed that there were images of oceans and skies of other colors. Your observations intrigue me. You are Savani, are you not? Startled at the presence of the alien sentience in his mind, Owen shook his head. Unsure whether he should simply think his reply or speak it aloud, he decided that speaking it would be the safest route. I'm not familiar with the term Savani, so I don't know if I'm one or not. Who am I communicating with? So apparently there's an order for these pillars, but we'll see what it says here. Because now he's asking what that term means. Nearby, Gorath threw Owen a startled glance, apparently alarmed that his friend was speaking to the air. Before Owen could rattle off an explanation, the voice within his mind returned. I am Sutakami, mother of the 1,000 mysteries, once goddess of Timiranya. You have summoned me. What do you desire to know? I am not sure what you are asking, Owen said. Are you an oracle? No, the voice replied. I may only tell you that which is already known, though I dimly perceive things that may come to be. I sense you are newly come to this world. Perhaps you would desire to see something of the creatures who inhabit the desolation of our world. Suddenly, Owen's mind reeled with visions of men with scales rather than skin, and large hulking creatures with shining carapaces which roamed the deserts. Well, we've seen both of those. Grasping to retain what he had learned about the creatures as the information flooded through his mind like a tide, he at last seized upon an image of a wispy figure. "What are these things I see?" Owen asked. "They look as if they are made of smoke." "They are ancient servants of Relin's Scar." Okay. I think that's what the cup is about. The Rulfgor cup is actually the Relin Scar cup. It's, I think, something... You win that, that's a hockey championship? Pretty sure what that is. Pretty sure I know. Yeah. The last priest of Datsavan before the Desolation. Creatures of magic, they can only be killed by special spells, which drain directly from their materiality, their strength. Now they still wander the ruins of Datsavan's ancient temple. For a moment, the image wavered, then stabilized once more. "I must rest. I am needed elsewhere." Okay, the assessment is a barely used ability, so I don't know if I really care about that. Thought there was a pillar in the middle. I mustn't be really looking at the geometry correctly here. Okay. The pillar was made of crystal. Really? In better condition than the others in the circle, its reflective surface was not as pitted by the blast of the sands as others had been. Stroking its surface, Owen marveled at the amount of work it must have taken to the craftsman to make it. Or to make, whatever. "I wonder what this place was originally," Owen asked, not expecting the mental reply which flooded his senses. Good God. He should have expected it. Every single one of them talks to him. "You stand in the ruins of Karzim Mok, once the high temple of the seven gods of Timirania. Once these columns were only symbols of the gods crafted by the Savani artisans who were the servants of Datsavan. Now they are the vessels within which we have taken refuge." "Refuge? What drives a god into refuge?" Owen asked. "I wouldn't think it would be possible." "Valheru," the voice said. Though without a true voice, it was impossible for Owen to tell, but there were shadings within it that seemed a mixture of hate and sorrow. "Those who were known as the Valheru extinguished all life as we knew it here, using this as a battleground where they warred with all who dared challenge their universal supremacy." Wow. "Only when Datsavan showed to us that our struggles would be futile did we create a plan by which we could drive out their hordes of Pentathians in Kata and Mekamati." What is this? Sekamati? These guys. "What did you do?" Owen asked. A long silence greeted him before a distant reply came to him. "The seven who ruled, there are only 6 of us who survived the desolation. 2 have faded so far from the world they no longer give voice to their thoughts, but instead are little more than sentient forces of nature. Only Datsavan will remain, waiting for the time of the awakening. He shall call us when the need has come. We shall not speak again, Savani." Lots of exposition there. So there's only 5 of these pillars then. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, which ones have I not spoken to? I'm going to go to this one then. Owen tensed. For a moment he feared what the god's reaction would be once he learned that he had returned without the cup. But it seemed logical... Oh, this is the one that we already talked to. But it seemed logical that he wouldn't be struck dead for it. On the balance of things, he felt rather skeptical about the true nature of the voices in the stones, but for now he would have to keep the suspicions to himself. "You still doubt," Datsavan said, speaking within his mind. "It is good you do, for it will be quality which shall keep you alive in the future. Do as you will. We require the cup of Roland Skurb returned to us." "But where do we find this cup?" Owen asked. "We are strangers here." "You'll find that the Panath Tiandala hold it near the southeastern end of this isle. It's from them you must retrieve it." Well, gee, okay. That's helpful. Okay. Warmth radiated from the column. At first, Owen assumed that the crystal was radiating heat reflected from the alien sun, but even on the side away from the glare, the pillar seemed equally warm. "I may do little for you," a feminine voice asked quietly in his mind. "This much and no more." Suddenly the sensation of heat grew, washed out from pillar like a warm breeze, shifting the sand beneath their feet and pressing out in the deserts beyond. In a brief second the wind was gone, leaving the pillar cold and quiet. Very odd stuff happening here. Defense, apparently. Let's go to this one. Okay, that's one that I've spoken to. This is the central pillar here, so I think that's the one that we don't want to touch. Bad touch. Crystal was cold, unnerved by the unnatural chill of the object in the blistering desert heat. Owen moved away from it, aware that he suddenly felt very ill. Shit. Noticing that Gorath looked likewise as distraught. Let's not toy with that artifact again, Gorath scolded. I have a very bad feeling about that pillar. Did I get... I think I must have gotten injured by that. Well, let's touch the central pillar. It's hard to tell without real, 3D graphics. It's hard to tell which is... That must have been the central pillar. Okay. God damn it. That fucking hurts. Okay, let's not do that. God. Okay. I think we've talked to all of the pillars. Yeah, this is... Okay, that's the guy that wants to come. Okay, let's save the game. Despite the fact that I kind of mucked that up. When I should camp, too. And I didn't really need to do that. Shoot. You know what? I'm gonna load the game. Save's coming!